Hey everybody, welcome back yet again. Here we are looking at Little Round Top from Avalon Hill, stepping into turn 8, and I think we're about ready for some major action to start happening. So we start moving the 47th and 15th Alabama up the hill towards Little Round Top, and we got a bunch of action still going on with the 83rd Pennsylvania. So let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Union forces up at the 83rd. I apologize, I kind of got it a little bit out of focus last time. So let's see if we can try to have it a little bit more in focus this time. Excuse me. Alright, so Confederate forces, they've only got one disorganized. Yeah, one disorganized. So let's go ahead and try to rally him on a 1. Hey, he makes it back. No need to spend points then. Alright. That's the only disorganized unit. So let's go ahead and start spending command points now. I think what we're going to have is this stack is going to go ahead and volley fire. And they're going to go ahead and have this stack volley fire as well. And that is just 4 points each, so that's 8. Really doesn't have any other commands he wants to give. Alright, cool, fine. Do I want to go ahead and... Yeah, let's go ahead and do the commands for all the units at once. So, down here, if you remember, we lost the commanding officer of the B Company, and we lost B Company, so they don't have any officers to command them. Let's see. Colonel Chamberlain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the second sharpshooters are within the command range of Colonel Chamberlain, so he'll go ahead and take command of them. And I think what we're going to have them do is they're just going to go ahead and turn that way. Yeah, and that's probably about it. The rest of the 20th Maine... It's really going to depend on seeing what the 15th Alabama does here. If they try to sweep around, I may try to pull off a couple of these units and shift them this way, depending on what the 47th does up here. But still too early in the fight to really give a firm idea what we're going to be doing there. All right, so that's going to be it for the command phase. So I guess that would make it into combat phase. And really, so far, the only combat we've got down here is against the 2nd Sharpshooters. And since it's the Union phase, Confederates get to go first. So they're going to go ahead and 4th Alabama E, or 15th Alabama E Company, which is not taking any casualties, are going to go ahead and fire. And no modifiers, so they're on a 4. Which is a 4, which is nothing. Yep. And then Colonel Oates. Oops. I don't have the camera down far enough. All right. Colonel Oates right here has got B Company, and they haven't done anything yet, and they are within range. They're within 3 hexes, which is line of sight and line of range. However, it's at the 3 hex limit, so that's going to be half firepower. So it's going to be 5, which is going to be 2.5, which is 2. Might as well shoot. I mean, we know we're not going to really run out of ammunition at this point because it's not a volley fire. So 2 on a 2. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. That is a disorganized. So that is good for the 2nd sharpshooter, or bad for the 2nd sharpshooters. 2nd sharpshooters are going to go ahead and return fire. Their normal firepower is 2, but it's halved for 1 for being disorganized, but they're sharpshooters with the rifles firing at point blank, which doubles them, so they're a 2. Would have been nice to have it as a 4. Oop, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, can we see it? Nope. We're moving dice all over the place. Guess you can't really see it there. It's a 1. So that manages to disorganize E Company. All right. So that's all the shooting down there. Nothing on the 20th Maine because they're all out of range. Let's go ahead and focus on the 83rd. Let's try to get it halfway decent in focus. I have a lousy camera mount here, so sometimes it takes me a little bit to get it into place. All right, so Confederates are going to go ahead and do their defensive fire first. So E Company has taken 1 point, so they're at a 2. -1 for firing up the hill. Is a 1 for nothing. All right. Lieutenant Colonel actually, no, I didn't declare it beforehand. I should have combined. So D Company has not taken any casualties yet, so they're 3, but they're going to fire there as well. So it's going to be -1 for firing up the hill, so it's a 2 column. 1. Ooh, that is another disorganized. And normally that would be a ammo check. Well, it is an ammo check, but we know since it wasn't volley fire and it's not turn 9 yet, we don't have to worry too much about it. A Company here is not taking any casualties yet, so they're at a 3, -1 for being disorganized, and they're going to fire straight down the line, so there is going to be no modifiers for elevation. That's a 3, that's a nothing. All right, so Union forces are going to fire back. We got volley fire here. B Company has taken 2 points of damage. They're disorganized, so that's 1. And D Company has taken no damage, so that's 4. And they're going to be firing at E Company, and that's a +1 column shift for volley fire. I believe I got that right. Yep, all firing companies are performing volley fire. So it's on the 6 to 7 column, which is a 3, which is a disorganized. Well, there's that. A Company, I think, has only got like 1 step left. Oh, no, they've got 2 steps left. So 2, firing straight down the line to here. On the 2 column, there, that's a big fat nothing. And E and C companies, E's taken 2 points and C's taken 2, or E has 2 left, C has 1 left, so a grand total of 3. And no disorganized, so it's going to be on the 3 column, 4 column because of the volley fire. That's a 4, that's nothing. All right. Exchanging a lot of fire up there, but not really much happening. And that ends the Union turn. Let's go ahead and jump into the Confederate turn. Let's go ahead and try to rally both of these guys up here. A Company, no. E Company, no. All right, so Lieutenant Colonel Scruggs is going to have to issue, let's see, that's, rallying is 5 points, so that's going to be 10 points there so far. Now, what do we want to do? Part of me wants to move him up here, move these companies up here, and try to, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep these guys as disorganized. Because I need the command points. So we spent 5 for getting A Company back into action. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to announce melee. And that is 4. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we want to volley fire these guys, which is going to be 19, which is going to be all of his command points. All right. Well, that's all the command down there. And now for the fun stuff, if I'll stop turning the silly camera off on me. Let's see if we can get this. All right. So, 47th Alabama, we've pretty much just got one commander for the 47th Alabama. He's got 25 points. He's going to be basically ordering the same command to all those units. So he's going to get 6 extra, so he's looking at 31. So we've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 20, 21, 22. I know math is hard. So 22 to get all those guys advanced 1 hex. So I've got 4 points left. Let's go ahead and let's see. It is 1 hex forward. Changing elevation is 4 points. So yeah, We'll move E Company up into there, and that'll be all of his command points. And 15th Alabama, let's go ahead and do Colonel Oates. He's got command of these guys right here. Oh, we need to roll motivation to get those guys undisorganized. 1. Hey, see? We got a 1. So that brings them back into the fight. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and switch direction. They can do that for free, and he's going to announce them in melee. Because why not? There's only 2 guys there, and I've got like 8 strength points there. Alright, we got these guys in column formation down here. We want to get them, so we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 14 to bring them out. Plus the 4 for the melee is 18. Oh. So I guess Colonel Oates is going to go at 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 20. Yeah, so they'll go ahead and move there. And then we have Captain Hill with 20 points is going to be controlling that section of the 15th. He's going to be basically ordering this, well, not basically, he's ordering the same commands to 4 contiguous units. So he's going to be at a 26. So it's going to be 3, 6, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 26. All right, and then 26 to get him right there. All right, so now we got basically an idea of now how the battle is going to be forming up. Looks like the 15th is going to be sweeping around wide, or wider than I had expected, but you know, that's okay. We can deal with that. All right, so let's go ahead and go into defensive fire. Second sharpshooters, 2 strength points, doubled for being rifled at point blank, and halved for being, or -1, 2 points, -1 for the disorganized, doubled for point blank. So it's a 2 up, another column shift because they're firing at people engaging in melee. So it's going to be on the 3 column. 6 is nothing. All right, 20th Maine. All these guys haven't fired yet, so they're going to get their initial +1 column shift. Plus, we know they haven't taken any strength point losses. So C Company is going to be 4, will be the 4-5 column, but it's going to shift to the 6 column for the initial Union volley. So we're just going to go ahead and go on down the line. These guys are going to fire here. Let's see, 5 is nothing. H Company, same thing. They're going to be firing here. Is a 2, which is a 1. All right, so that is I Company of the 15th Alabama. Takes a point of damage. It's going to be a motivation check. They're an A. Let's see, minus or +1 or -1 for Confederate company fired on by Union initial and lost 1 of its strength points, so it is a C. There is no officers, no flag, so they're C morale. 4, they're fine. Okay. And then Colonel Chamberlain, 3, is going to fire at Lieutenant Colonel Bolger, and that is going to be 4-5 column because of the initial Union volley. 6 is nothing. All right. So basically 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these guys. D Company will fire at E Company. It's a 4 +1 for initial volley. Fire 4. It will be on the 6-7 column, which is a 1. Ooh. Which is a 1. So E Company ends up taking E Company, 47th. Yeah, E Company, 47th, takes 1 casualty. Morale check. They're C, +1 for casualty, +1 for Union initial. So they're E motivation, or E rally, or E morale, which is a 4, which is a retreat. Company must retreat 2 hexes. So they're going to go ahead and retreat 2 hexes and are disorganized. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, these 2 formations do not have line of sight on anybody. Okay. And then we've got the 83rd up there. So the 83rd are going to take these 2 companies and combine them to fire there. So that's A and E. Both of them have taken 1 point of damage, so it's a 4 column +1 for units are trying to melee them. That is a 2, which is 1 strength point. So A Company of the 4th Alabama takes a point of damage, which is the first one, so they got to take a morale check. A -1 strength point makes it a B. No other modifiers, so they're B morale. 1, they're fine. And let's see. B Company, well, they got nothing else they can do, so they might as well shoot. B Company has taken 2 points of damage and they're disorganized, so that's 1 point. They're going to go ahead and fire here. 1. All right, 1 on the 1. They actually did something. That is a disorganized. Best they could have hoped for. Oops. All right. Union fire. Let's go ahead and just go back on down the line. A Company. I think they had just taken a point of damage. They have. So they're 2. -1 for initiating melee. 4, which is nothing. Volley fire here. We've got D and C companies. C's taken 2 points, so there's grand total 4. C has 1 strength point, -1 for being disorganized, but you never go below 1, so it still contributes. It's 1 point. So it's 4 column, +1 for volley fire, and they are going to fire here. So it's going to be -1 for shooting uphill. So back down to the 4-5 column. 2. That is a 1 strength point loss, so the 83rd Pennsylvania B Company takes another strength point loss and has to roll another motivation. B morale, +1 morale or -1 morale for being shot at by volley fire, -2 morale for the casualties taken. So B, C, D, E. They are an E class morale now. -1 to the dice roll because they're stacked with a commander. So 6 -1 is a 5, is a retreat. So they are going to have to retreat 2 hexes. I should probably roll for casualty for him. We know it's on a 1 in 6 chance. All right, that's fine. Now I gotta check. I think because they retreated, the company they are stacked with has to retreat as well. Melee, disorganized morale. Okay. Yep. Oh, no. Okay. When morales are checked. When they suffer strength point loss. Yep. When they receive an M result in melee. When a company which with they are attacked retreats. Okay, so that company has to check morale as well. Who is that down there? D Company. D Company's fresh, so they're at full strength. They're B. So it's B morale, but -1 dice roll for the commander. There's no way they can break. All right, so they're good. Now let's go back and down the line here. Okay, D Company, they can't see them because of the line of sight and elevation issues, so that's fine. 47th Alabama here with A Company. Is it full strength with 4 points? They're going to fire it. Oh, okay. Oh, you know, I was doing that wrong. At a range of 3, it's supposed to have been half firepower. Crap. Oh, well, you know what? We're going to say just because... yeah, I'm not going to go back and retcon. It really could have affected that one, but... Oopsie. 4 is 2. You know what? Just so it's even, since I messed up and gave the Union... at 3 hexes, the full firepower. We'll give the 47th full firepower as well. So that's a 4. -1 for shooting uphill, -1 for shooting at behind a wall. So it's actually at 2. Is a 1. Is a disorganized. All right, and I think Lieutenant Colonel Bulger, he's got C Company. He's going to fire at Colonel Chamberlain as well. Nah, he'll fire at the H Company. So 3, -1 for uphill, -1 for targets behind cover. It's on the 1 column. 2, nothing. All right. Now, 15th Alabama is within 2 hexes, so their firepower is not modified any. So, I Company is not taking any... Oh, no, I Company has taken a loss. All right, so they're at 3 points, and they're going to fire right here. -1 for being uphill, -1 for being behind a... Is that behind a wall? It's right along... Yeah, we're going to say it's behind the wall. So... 3 to 1 column, nothing. And the 15th Alabama here has got 4, and they're going to fire straight up. So it's actually going to be 3 column for uphill, but that's it because there's no wall there. So 3 is 2 on the 3 column is a disorganized. Let's see, Colonel Oates down here. B Company. It's got 5 points they're going to put into the 2nd sharpshooter. No terrain modifiers or anything. 6 is nothing. 4th Alabama, or D Company. We're going to go ahead, since he didn't get shot at, we're going to go ahead and with D Company and have it for being at 3 hexes. So 4 is 2. On the 2 column, nothing. And then E Company is at 4, -1 for initiating melee, so 3 column, nothing. All right, not much fire, a little bit of fire. And now I guess we're going to go straight into melee. So we're going to have 8 points there. Against 2 for the 2nd sharpshooters, -1 because they're disorganized. So 8 to 1 is the 7 differential, and there are no officers. There's nothing that can modify it. No flags, anything like that. So it's on the +6 column, differential column. And that is a 1, which is a 2R, and they only have 2 strength points. So the 2nd sharpshooters are completely wiped out. And E and F companies advance into their hex. Not good for the Union, but really not a surprise either. All right, up here for the 83rd Pennsylvania. I don't know why I like zooming in on them and not the rest of them. All right, we've got A and B companies. What's their strength? A and B companies. A's only taking 1 point of damage, so they're at 5. And E and C companies. E's taken 2, or E has 2, C has 1, so it's 3. So 5 to 3, differential of 2 plus 2. And no flags, no banners, no nothing. So it's a straight up +2 column roll. 2 is a 1, just a single 1. 1 unit in the hex must lose a strength point and immediately check morale. Alright, well I don't think we want C Company to take it because they only have 1 point left. So E Company is going to take it. And so they're going to have to make a morale. So B, morale, C, D for casualties. Let's see. I think there might be D. Nope, that's it. Thought there might have been a morale shift for melee combat, but there is not. So D is a 5. That's not good. That is a retreat. So they have to retreat 2 hexes and are disorganized, which of course immediately forces C Company to make a morale check as well. They're B, but they've lost 2 strength points, so that makes them a D category. And I don't think they take any more because somebody ran away with them. Yeah, so they're D morale as well. 6. Oh, that's not good either. That's a retreat as well. All right, well, it looks like the 83rd has just completely kind of collapsed here as these guys push into this hex here. Maybe overextending. That's not good. That is not good for the 83rd Pennsylvania at all. Not at all. Don't know what I'm going to do about that. All right, well, there we go. Turn 8 in the can. Reds are starting to move up the hill, and the 4th Alabama is really doing a number to the 83rd Pennsylvania. I have a feeling it's going to get a little bit more hot and bloody here real soon. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms in the comment section. Hey, we broke over 200 viewers. Thank you, or over 200 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's decided to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. See ya.